I'm William Tapscott. I'm with the Taylorsville Crimewatch. Today we are here with Mayor Jim Lienhoop of Columbus, Indiana. Jim would like to talk to us about updates on the railroad, the Fair Oaks Mall, and the hub.
Good afternoon, William. Good to see you again. I want to bring you a few updates with respect to those three topics. With regard to the railroad, we are at the point where they tell me that the plans are 95% complete. And what that means is that they've got really specific ideas about where the ramps go, how high the bridge is going to be, that kind of stuff. This is all going to be, State Road 46, if you're coming into town, we're going to sort of meander off to the right or to the south, go up and over the railroad track and State Road 11, and then line up with the Stewart or the 2nd Street Bridge. This is going to be built, probably 90% of what will be built will be done while traffic is still in action. We will be lucky that we don't have to tear up too much of the existing roadway, so you'll be able to watch this being built while you're driving, across the railroad tracks. There'll be maybe a month or so where we're going to have some traffic disruption on State Road 11. We're going to try to time that so it does not interfere with the 4-H fair, but there'll be a point in time where it's going to have to be closed to allow for them to build on top. One of the neater pieces of this construction project is that this is going to be a pretty tall affair. I mean, the railroad requires 23 feet of clearance. So from the railroad tracks to the bottom of the auto bridge, that's going to be 23 feet. You got another 5 or 6 feet just with the bridge deck and the steel and so forth. So by the time you go over on your car, you're going to have a really neat view as you enter downtown. The whole city will sort of spread out in front of you. The project right now is estimated to cost $30 million. That's NDOT's estimate. We've seen numbers that range from 28 to a little above 30, but they want us to work with $30 million as the estimate. The state of Indiana signed up to pay for half. We've got contributions from the county of Bartholomew, a couple $1 million. The railroads themselves, $1.5 million or so. Then there's a TIF district that Cummins had controlled that's contributed $5.5 million, and the city will make up the balance. We'll do that out of what we call our central TIF. So it really won't affect any of the taxes that anybody pays, on the regular residents here in the city of Columbus. With respect to Fair Oaks, you may remember that in partnership with Columbus Regional Health, the city has purchased the Fair Oaks Mall. And what we intend to do is there's really sort of going to be three pieces to this. One is the Columbus Regional Health will take about 20-25% of the real estate. And they've got a number of ideas that relate to physical therapy, occupational therapy, wellness. They may have some storage in there. They may move some physician practices there. But that's, their practice or their thoughts are, sort of coming together and will over the next month or so. There will be a component that remains retail. You may recall that Dunham's exists on the eastern end of the mall, and they'll be there throughout all the renovations that we make. The center portion of the mall will more or less be the city's, and what we intend to do there is extend the Parks Department up into that area, provide for some indoor recreational opportunities, and we hope to be able to build an indoor sports complex. So we're thinking about an indoor soccer or indoor softball type field. But I anticipate this is going to have multiple turf surfaces so that we should be able to accommodate basketball and volleyball, what they call hard court sports. And then lastly, I want to talk a little bit about the hub. You may recall from some of our previous conversations that we've got some space over at the United Way Center on 13th Street. And what we're going to try to do there is put in place a operation that helps people navigate through the help that's available for those with substance abuse issues. The whole notion is that if you've got a problem like that, sometimes just trying to figure out where to go and what to do is part of the difficulty. And so we'll have some trained counselors there that will be able to guide you to either a treatment program or a rehabilitation program that is best suited to meet your needs. And so I wanted to bring, like I said, updates with respect to those three, and I hope you enjoyed the discussion. See you later. Thank you, William.
Thank you for your time and interview.